This is the bridge to get from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to the main body of Michigan. It costs $4 to drive across this bridge. Just pulled up to the Sleeping Bear sand dunes. These sand dunes were a little bit bigger than the other sand dunes in the Upper Peninsula, and they were really cool. The trail was a little bit longer as well. It was a beautiful trail the whole time. Once we finally got to the water, we realized how beautiful the water really was. For some reason it was a light blue color that I've never seen before, and it was about to rain, and it just looked so pretty. I've never seen water that color blue before. Now the water was really cold, but we decided to go swimming in it anyway, just because it was such a pretty color. The video doesn't really capture the color that the water actually was. But
this is where we slept last night. It's a roadside turnout. Nobody bothered us.
alright, here we go. This is Lake Huron. The water's cold. I'm done. Tap out. Oh yeah. Water's cold. Water is definitely cold. Well, we're in Detroit. Pretty cool.
That's the library.
We spent most of the day walking around Detroit. It was really cool. We Googled free things to do in Detroit, and mostly the things to do were to look at the different buildings around and the different art and parks, but it seemed like they were doing a really good job trying to revamp the city. This area was really cool because when you look across the river, you can see Canada on the other side.
On the other side.
We wound up making our way inside the GM building, and there was one elevator that we saw that goes up. It's a glass elevator.
Well, we tried to. We found out this was free, I think.
Well, it's free for you. We're actually having dinner at the restaurant.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much.
Thanks for letting us ride with you.
Yeah.
We're still going now? No, it's not high enough. And that's Canada, right? Oh, we should go there.
The view from the top was spectacular. The pictures really don't do it justice, but that's a picture of the elevator. We spent the rest of the day in Detroit looking at different artworks along the street before we drove to these people's house. I know a woman named Sharon from my church, and I did some work for her. I finished her basement, and it turns out her friends who we stayed with never met us before, but they were the most hospitable people. They even had an SWR meter and got our CB all peaked and tuned, so it was good.